Friends, let's get straight to the point. Job prospects are lean in the pandemic-affected market. Many have been laid off, yet many more are still queuing up in that existing stretch lines for interviews. What is it that will get you noticed? How is it that you will garner the attention? Needless to say, it is a well-crafted resume. In my previous 2 videos, we talked about how to craft a perfect resume and the points that should be mentioned in a resume. Today's video is intended to bring forward common mistakes that are found in a resume. It may surprise you that we tend to overlook silly mistakes such as spelling and grammatical errors. Practice the habit of proofreading, because if you proofread it, you will definitely bump into few grammatical and spelling errors. If self-proofreading is not possible, I would suggest that you bring in the third party. It could be a friend or it could be a family member. If this option still leaves you dissatisfied, then I recommend to use Grammarly, a spelling and a grammar checker. This may sound like an exaggeration to you, but it is true. Poor formatting and decorative usage of fonts. The header, the margins and the layout should not be neglected. In fact, it should be seen with precision. Also, please make sure that try to use the fonts that are widely accepted. I would really recommend all of you to follow the traditional fonts. You will never go wrong when you say that. You can mark my word for it. Few examples of those fonts are Arial, Calibri, Times New Roman. And when applying for a job, your employer is looking for your commitment. It is looking for a seriousness, and so your email address must reflect it. So the email address that you produce on a resume must definitely be professional and appropriate. For instance, the best way to do it would be to collaborate it with your first and your last name in some form. You can take my example. I'm Gitanjali Rathore, so it could possibly be gitanjali.rathore@gmail.com or gitanjali.r, the initial of my last name, @gmail.com. But it should never be any inappropriate email addresses that I have seen in uncountable resumes, such as loveydovey@gmail.com or maybe I love myself @gmail.com. It doesn't sound professional. I hope all of you are following me there. Remember that there's a difference between a resume and a biodata. So on a resume, please do not mention your personal information. Of course, in the past it was a method to which introducing yourself. However, we have evolved. And so, no company will ever ask you for your marital status or for your gender. In a bid to impress the prospective employer, people often tend to also use superfluous keywords. Of course, there is no predicament in the video that I have produced before. Listen to me very carefully. I am not contradicting. Certainly, the keywords has to fall in line with the key roles and responsibilities. However, we must always refrain from using such keywords, such as, for your example, would be a go-getter, or maybe from the same breed, or detail-oriented. This really sounds overrated. Rather, it should be something so unique to your personal ability. Finally, in the end, please make sure that when you are about to hit that button and send your e-resumes, which is the soft copy, make sure that you convert it into PDF and do not send it in the Word format at all. These are few basic rules of business world and one must follow it. I hope you followed all my points carefully. So please make sure that we must take care of the spelling and the grammatical errors and also get into the habit of proofreading. We will come up with more such videos for you. Up until then, please take care and wish you all the best.